I mean, dude, Capeless Heroes that'd be fun to bring back because that's a cool It's like a pop punk name,
Yeah, no, it's like dumb but fun enough.
but I do like it. Like
Yeah,
the Capeless Heroes.
because my favorite band name I ever came up with was Bring Back Pangea.
Bring back That's such a tough thing to say. Bring back Pangea.
Yeah. Well, because
BBP.
do you know what Pangea is? The supercontinent that it supposedly used to exist.
Yeah, where everything was together and then it all separated.
Yeah.
Every time I think of Pangea, I think of that little Dickie song
Right. Yeah.
where he go. I don't
She
remember.
don't know about Pangea.
Yeah, the brain
whatever,
goes.
Fuck yeah.
You don't know about Pangea.
Yeah. No, so that was after you and I's band broke up. I was like, I'm gonna do a fucking solo folk punk album called Bring Back Pangea. I wrote probably like 3 songs for it. But the issue is I cannot play guitar and sing at the same time well at all.
Do you have them documented at all? I would love to hear at least a sample
I
of it.
fucking doubt. Well, also because it was right when I got into folk punk, so they were all rip-offs of other songs. I remember
folk punk's so cool though.
I know, and the idea is you could probably rip off another song and no one would give a shit because it's folk punk.
Yeah, because most of them are homeless.
Yeah.
I mean, they look no,
Like
they look.
legitimately.
Yeah, they look.
No,
homeless.
legitimately.
Oh,
some
they
of them
are. Yeah,
yeah.
because they play on the middle of the street. But I
Well-
like the vibe of it. Dude.
Well, because that's the
dirty.
weird part is that a busker can be a fucking star in that.
A busker.
Well, yeah, that's what a busker, right?
I've never heard that word before.
What's it called when you're like playing on the street?
A busker?
Isn't it?
I don't know. It could be. I've never heard that before. It might be.
I think it's a busker. I'm just
A
gonna look up the word.
busker. Busker.
I think so.
Busker.
Fuck, what word am I?
It sounds like Buster.
Right. Yeah, busker. A person who performs music or other entertainment in the street or another public place.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
I literally just learned. I've never heard that word in my life.
Because
Dude. The comments were wrong. Craig in the comments that said Jacob was fucking stupid.
go fuck yourself,
He's
Craig.
not. He's not stupid.
Because I
That
remember,
was smart.
yeah, well, because in freak show training, there's busking and barking.
What's that mean?
Barking is like, come one, come all, come see the glorious freak
Oh, to get
performing.
people to group.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then the busking is the person who's actually performing something.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yep, so it's busking and barking.
Because you got to. Oh, you bark to get.
Barking's the announcement, busking is the performance.
That makes a lot of sense. Those are cool words.
Yeah, so I'm horrible at barking. I can only busk.
Yeah, because you're not really.
I'm not much of a talker when I'm performing.
Well, we've already talked about that, but yeah. That's
Yeah.
because you're putting your body on the freaking line.
Well, yeah, I have to focus.
Ah, that's tough.
Okay, when you're on stage for your band, do you ever talk into the mic?
No,
No.
I usually don't have a mic
Really?
because I don't do backup vocals.
I thought you do on the album, though, right?
Yeah, I did on the album for a little bit.
Yeah, do you think they muted you?
Uh,
Or
no,
can you hear you? Okay.
but I definitely laid down the track with Wes, so like it's double voced. So
Okay.
it's not just
It's
me.
partnered.
Yeah, it's partnered.
And then
and
with
then
the
and then I
lead.
and then I did backup vocals on X's and O's, the cover, because the chorus is chanty.
Right,
So
yeah.
so we recorded that, and the entire band
Free, I said that.
was around one microphone, and we sang the chorus together as a chorus.
Interesting. that
And it
you
sounds
did
cool.
One mic.
Well, to get that chorus effect, and then Wes also did his standalone vocal, and then we mixed it.
Okay.
It's cool.
Yeah.
I like that cover.
I have a question for you being in like a band that has sold out shows and that kind of stuff. I have a specific question from back when I was a band, something that I fucking hated. Do you
Okay.
like it when audience members clap?
Like to a song, like to the beat.
Yes.
Yeah.
I hated it.
Why? It distracts you?
Yeah, and like it's not a part of the song because although
No, I like it because then it's my acknowledgement that people are enjoying and are into the song.
that's okay. I guess
You know what I'm saying?
I guess I hate it when bands tell you to clap.
Yes. There's only one circumstance in my head that I can picture is the best way to tell people to clap.
Is that just someone does it?
Even better.
Okay.
We saw this band together, and we were in high school.
Okay.
Kick.
Oh,
Dude,
yes,
the bass player
bassist.
would lay on his back and clap with his feet.
In like a perfect. They
In
were
a
straight
perfect
legged.
V into a line, and that's the one example where I'm like,
Yeah,
and then
that's
I
the
start
best.
clapping,
Yeah.
with that because and he's playing this really cool bass line
And he's laying down, can't even see what he's doing. You can just see
and
his
clapping
feet in
his
the
feet,
air.
dude. Literally
On rhythm.
straight legs.
Yeah.
That's a lot of muscle.
Yeah, because that means
I
his
can't
legs
even
are
do
straight
that.
up.
I can't even. It was so
Straight,
cool.
yeah.
So cool. I will never forget that moment. I don't.
No.
That's the only part I remember of that show.
They were so good live.
That was so cool.
Because there was one time on stage where, so when we were rehearsing this song, there's this weird part where I didn't play guitar, and I don't even think I was singing it. It was just a bass-driven part.
Yeah. So you let the bass breathe. Yeah.
Yeah, and then to bug my bassist who wrote the song, I would do a weird clap where I went all the way like down to my legs up, and it was like just kind of weird. And I did it every practice. So on stage, I was just staring at him doing it without even thinking
And the
of it.
crowd started doing it.
And then I looked at the crowd and they were doing it because it's a weird like it was like just a weird like circumstance of clapping.
And it was out of beat. I'm guessing it was out of time.
It was maybe on rhythm, but a place where you wouldn't clap because it's like
It's just a bass
like
going.
one clap every other measure. Yeah. That's the only. And then I remember there was one song where people started clapping. I was like, ooh, I fucking hate this. I'm singing and I have to try and remember what to sing.
You got to get to a point where you're so comfortable with the songs.
We only did 2 shows.
Yeah, you only did 2 shows. So I guess that would be annoying. But I'm at a point like with the band that I'm in now.
And you're the bassist for this one.
Yeah, where I know the song so well that like
You could tune out.
I could tune out, and it's just like I know it. You get to this point where of comfortability where you know them so well that you feel better on stage and you're more confident. That's why I like playing in this band because
You're kind of a showman, yeah.
I definitely show off when I play in this
It's
band.
so funny to watch you.
Because I just don't care and I have fun. But
Yeah.
in like the other band that I was playing in for a little bit, is I was still trying to remember the parts.
Oh.
So I didn't move around as much because I was like, oh, this is coming up next.
Yeah.
This is I'm thinking about the music and not thinking about the performance.
Right. You're playing for yourself, not for the audience.
Yeah, but you have to do that initially because
Right.
you're trying to put on a good
And I
sound.
never got past that yet.
Yeah, and it takes a long time. It takes a lot of shows and it takes practicing a lot.
It didn't help that I wasn't that good at anything back then.
And you only played 2 shows, but one of your shows was sold out.
Both were sold out.
Over capacity sold
Yep,
out
in
at
a-
vaudeville. Dude, that photo. We'll post that photo on our Instagram.
Yeah.
that photo is so cool.
Like
And
a 400 person like area with like 600 people.
it's like
in
a
it.
mosh pit, and what's so cool is I'm in the pit, and
you-
I had red hair,
orange like
and that's the only way you can see me is
you were
because
like
of this.
between hair
Yeah,
guys,
it's like
so
this.
It was
It's
kind of
like,
rough.
but it's like this whole flood of people, and
Yeah.
then just like this hair color, and I'm like, that's me for sure, 100% without a doubt, dude. That's me.
God. Do you remember after that show we went to a party
Yeah.
and it got busted immediately?
Oh, that party was lame
Yeah,
as fuck.
I
But I
drank-
remember a girl came up to me and started talking to me like she was
Oh.
way into me.
And like because you drank one beer.
I drank
light
one beer, but she was
maybe?
like way into me. She was showing me her art. She was in your grade.
remember
You
who it
remember
was,
her?
yep,
Yeah.
yep.
She was pretty cool.
Yeah, she was cute.
And then like the cops came, and that was just a whole lame situation.
I
Because I
was
was like
18, you were 19
It was a
probably,
weird.
yeah.
It was just a weird party. Like it was just weird.
Well, I mean, every high school party I ever went to got busted.
Well, what was weird is like it was a high school party kind of, but then I wasn't in high school, and
Yeah,
it was just a
'cause you were a
weird.
freshman.
And also the people that were hosting the party were older, right?
No, they were my age.
Oh,
so
but they lived by themselves.
no, their parents were out of town.
Oh, their parents were out of town.
Because I remember I
and
was
they
in
lived
class
a
with
small
him,
house.
and he never came back.
Their house was like I remember their house being very empty.
I mean, I remember hiding in a weird closet in the basement, and like, why the fuck would we even? Because there was a time where we were like, why are we hiding? They're gonna find us. Let's just walk up. And we walked up, and the cops were like, what the fuck?
No,
'Cause
dude,
there's,
I
like,
don't.
Where were you?
We were in the basement together.
Oh,
'Cause
really?
We were about to play beer pong in the basement.
Yeah.
And here's what I remember happening: is we were hiding in the basement, and then we heard beers cracking.
Oh, was that? I thought
We
were
heard
like,
beers cracking, so we were like, "Oh, the cops left. The party's back on." And one person from the basement went upstairs, and it was the cops pouring out the beer. And then the cops went,
Oh.
like they didn't realize people were in the basement, and then
Yeah.
they went, "Oh fuck!" And then they came down and
I
brought us
remember
upstairs. And we were like, "Son of a bitch!"
Okay, because I remember like, yeah, we just thought we were gonna get caught anyways, but no.
Yeah, somebody was like, "Oh, they're partying," and I was like, "I doubt it."
And a scout went up.
Yeah, just walked up. It was the guy. It was the guy who said, "Oh, they're partying," and he went up confidently, and then got busted. That was weird as heck.
So because we were both over 18, so like we didn't even call our parents.
Yeah, we didn't have to. We just needed a ride home.
Yeah, even though we were stone sober. Like I had half a beer. I'm sure.
I didn't even have a beer at all. I mean, I probably had a half a beer sipping on it, and
like a Bud Light.
it was so quick, such a quick.
Like within an hour. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, this is stupid. Like, it wasn't even like I didn't even have time to have fun.
No. Yeah. Post concert, it wasn't fun.
It's just,
it was a buzzkill.
yeah, it's just like, all right, let's go back to our buddy's house, and
Which was fun because his parents didn't give a shit.
I don't remember what we did that night, but probably watched Blink-182 music videos.
Nope, we watched an all-time low documentary.
Whoa.
Yep.
You remember that? I don't remember
Or
that.
it was a Pierce the Veil documentary. Either way, they had my buddy bought the box set, which included DVD of the tour. I think it was Pierce the Veil now that I think of it, because he was more into them than All Time Low.
So I was definitely into it because
Yeah.
I was Pierce the Veil was my favorite band from that genre.
All Time Low always. I love the shitty pop punk.
I mean, I was a huge fan of All Time Low, but Pierce the Veil just like kind of connected with me. I don't know, probably because they were more emotional.
I mean, we met half of All Time Low and only a fourth of Pierce the Veil.
Did we meet someone from Pierce the Veil?
We met Vic because he signed my tank top.
Where did we meet him at?
Outside
At that show?
of the rave, yeah.
Oh, that's when we met the All Time Low people, and that's when we met the girls, the women.
Yeah, who were great, but we did nothing with because we were terrified.
Dude, should we talk about that trip?
Sure.
That was cool.
That was like our first adult trip. Because
It wasn't even our first adult trip because your parents drove us.
Yeah, but they were cool about it.
They were cool
They
about
gave
it.
us our own hotel
We got our
room.
own hotel room, and they left us alone.
Yep. Because
They were like, because the hotel was a block away from the venue.
Yeah, so we got to walk.
So they literally went and got like dinner. They disappeared. Like we didn't see them at all till the next day.
Yeah.
We got to the hotel and they said, "All right, bye, have fun,"
Yeah, I mean,
which is so cool.
no, like they are such good guidelines for like when I have kids of like, yeah, let them have fun. Just be in the area in case something happens.
Yeah, dude, it was so cool. So we went up to Milwaukee to see All Time Low, Pierce the Veil. Who else was playing?
Mayday Parade,
Was Mayday Parade
and You Me at 6.
You Me at 6. Yeah, great show.
You had a weird fucking mohawk that you thought would be cool, and it was awesome.
Well, we look great.
Well,
We both put on eyeliner and we didn't know how to do it, so
I
we
straightened my hair.
we rubbed it on our fingers and then rubbed it on our eyes, and then we had eyeliner all over our cheeks, and then we wiped it off.
Yeah, because what we did is we put eyeliner on heavy and then cleaned it off after
And it looked
to give it the
and we
basic.
painted our nails.
Yeah.
We took a really sweet photo in the mirror.
which we'll post for this
that's
episode.
it's a badass photo. But we're like, let's be freaking cool, dude. Let's go to this pop punk concert and meet some ladies.
Yeah, we were 17, 18,
Yeah.
16, 17.
Yeah, it was awesome.
It was my first time feeling more adult because we had our own stuff.
I remember that the room that we
Came
stayed
with robes.
came with robes, and the room that we stayed in was there was just one bed, and it was a king bed.
Yeah,
we shared a
we
bed.
just put a pillow between us.
Did we put a pillow?
I don't fucking know. Maybe.
But I do remember. So I gelled my hair into a mohawk, like with a lot of gel.
Which was super helpful because that's how I found you throughout the show.
Yeah, because you could see my top, which is a you got to be pretty bold to walk around with a freaking.
It was a
mohawk.
great mohawk.
But I remember after the concert ended, going to bed
Yeah.
with the mohawk on,
And woke up
and
with the mohawk.
woke up with the mohawk tilted, and then I put a hat on just over it.
Yeah.
And then when I took my hat off when I got home, it was still like just hard with gel, but
a
just
weird,
looked
like, chicken
terrible.
feathers, yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, oh wow, I should probably take a shower or
Yeah.
something or get this wet.
Because I remember I straightened my hair, but we got so sweaty at the concert, it was super curly by the end of it.
But I remember it was awesome because that show
It was our first big concert together, too.
always at the rave, dude. That place is awesome.
Eagles Club.
So freaking cool.
Best. I mean, yeah, my favorite venue I think I've
Yeah,
ever been to.
because of that show, we went back to that venue
To see Panic at the
to
Disco.
see Panic at the
right?
Disco and walk, which we talked about in the last episode. And dude, I remember that was the first concert where there was like a mosh pit where my feet left the ground. Like the crowd was doing this. It was a
Yeah.
circle. The crowd was doing a circle thing, and my feet weren't touching the ground.
Yeah.
It was such a
Suffocating.
cool feeling though. I was
Yeah.
like, this is awesome.
Well, because I remember later on we kind of just moved back to just be able to enjoy it more. And there was a group of like tiny teens behind us who kept asking us to throw them.
Dude, yeah, we were literally on crowd surfing duty.
Yeah, and we were tiny.
Yeah,
They were just itty bitty people. That
well, that's
we gotta
because
throw.
the people that like pop punk in that era, they're all tiny, younger crowd.
Yeah, with straightened hair.
But yeah, I'll take some wine. You're that poor. But I do remember, dude, people would literally
Ask us. Like one girl asked us, and then all of her friends.
and then all of our friends would, and then
they would come back.
We would see them crowd surf, go to the front. The security officer would take them over the fence, and then they would come back and find us. Probably because of the mohawk. They're like, "That's our guiding light, dude." Yeah. Go back to them. It was so. I've never helped anyone else crowd surf in my life.
Really? Have you ever crowd surfed?
No, I'm too scared.
I have once, and I didn't love it.
Was it scary? Did people touching your butt?
I mean, I don't give a shit about that. It was more like, all right, I don't want anyone taking my hat because I had my British hat that I was really proud of.
You still have that?
Yes. It's just like so small.
I love that hat, dude.
No, like that defined me for probably like 5 years.
Yeah, that was definitely your look.
Oh, for sure. But I remember like it was like, oh, fuck, I'm nervous about losing this. Oh, cheers, Moist Monday. Wait, let's try that again.
It's because these are really full.
Hold
dude.
it by the base.
I can't. It's too heavy. They're
Sound.
too full.
Yeah, so I remember it was Less Than Jake at Warped Tour 2013 or 13, 14, or 15. I don't remember which years we went. I don't know if you were at that one with me. Maybe.
Did you go to a Warped Tour without me?
Maybe 1 year?
Because I went to 3 Warped Tours.
I went to 2. No, we went to 2 together.
Yeah, so
you must have been there, just not in this.
yeah, because I didn't really. I mean, I know of Less Than Jake. I know probably
You
a
weren't
couple.
super into like.
But I was
style.
probably like, hey, let me go watch Pierce the Veil.
You were probably with your girlfriend too, yeah.
Oh, was this part of the Milwaukee trip
Maybe
or the week trip that because it was us 3 went to Warped Tour. But
yeah,
then we also went with
because
just the boys.
Yeah, it was that one because it was where you were in a relationship because I ran into my friend group who we also met up at Panic at the Disco.
Oh, which was cool because I do remember the girl I was dating and I separated and did our own thing without you, and I didn't feel bad because you were with
people. Yeah. No, so it was at that one. It was Less Than Jake, and I remember my friends really wanted to throw me up. And it was just weird, the idea of like putting all of your stuff in your front pockets. Just to be sure.
Put it in. Yeah, you got to.
My wallet, my keys, my phone. And I was nervous about my hat, like someone just grabbing it and then literally me never seeing it again. And I did it. I rode it to the front. It was whatever. Because the shitty thing is, like, you know what it's like being front row and then there's crowd surfers behind you and you're just waiting for the heel to hit you in the head.
Yeah, it does.
Like, I would rather crowd surfers not exist.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a cool idea.
It is a cool idea and it's fun, but I've been to so many concerts where
Yeah.
someone's like, "Hey, I want to crowd surf," and then they go for a little bit and then they drop.
Or
the crowd collapses.
Or people drop on you and that fucking sucks.
That's because there's like someone is a little too heavy,
or
they
crowd's
don't,
not
or
ready.
the crowd's not ready for it,
Or
and
they flow into a mosh pit,
and then
which
it's
is
just a
fucking
train.
dangerous,
It's just a train wreck, but it does look cool. Like when you're showing like a wave of people and people are crowd surfing. That looks.
I'm sure
really
it's
cool.
great for the band. Like they
Yeah, the
would love
band's
that.
like, dude, people are floating, man. They're surfing on crowds.
Fucking hate when bands ask for crowd surfers because they're like, all right, I guess I have to turn around the entire show now just to be sure I don't get concussed.
You've been to concerts where
Yeah, they ask for crowd surfers.
weird.
Same with like bands are like, I want the biggest pit possible.
I remember a Warped Tour. I think it was Of Mice and Men, where they were like, "Hey, we're gonna do a mosh pit.
Yeah.
but I want you to do it around the sound booth."
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yes.
And it was this huge freaking like
'cause
donut.
the issue
and it
is-
was so cool.
But the issue is you get so tired just from sprinting that long thing, you're not even running into people.
Well, yeah, it's more of like a circle run.
Yeah.
but it's not really a circle run because you're doing like a run hop,
Right, yeah.
which is a crazy thing.
You like skipping it.
Yeah, it's like a run, skip, hop, and it was so big. But I remember thinking that was so cool, and then
yeah.
I was exhausted.
Right, yeah. You get,
But also, I
2
was like
laps
so
in.
in shape back then.
Yeah.
Because we were also young, where it was just,
The issue of those pits is then once it ends, everyone rushes to the front.
and then you just get.
Yeah, you get crowded. I remember one time when I saw Mice and Men, it was pouring rain. The whole concert was backlit, so it was super cool because they were just
Whoa,
silhouettes.
that's really cool.
And I remember I like did a weird stomp in a mosh pit, and both my boots got stuck.
Oh shit! In the mud.
And then some dude saw me, and like he knew this would be fun. I remember he like a bull just like kicked his leg back and just charged me. I was like, "Fuck, might as well." Like it was like we understood each
Oh
other.
my
And
God.
he tackled me out of my boots and just like we both laid out in the mud. It was so much fun.
Okay, so at that point you're like, let's just fucking get
That
dirty.
was one of my favorite mosh pit stories of all time.
That's a freaking badass, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, I wish I would have gone to Warped Tour more.
That was at Riot Fest.
Oh, I've never been to Riot Fest.
I
mean, that's on our bucket list.
right. It's like a 3-day Warped Tour, but with like all the punk bands.
Oh man, Riot Fest sounds cool, but Like I was so into pop punk for
Like
it-
5 years.
It's
I
like a
guess?
short window though, because I was like way into it, and then all of a sudden I wasn't. Like it was just immediately cut off. I mean, I still like I'll go back and listen to the music and be like,
I still enjoy it.
yeah, but I don't listen to it on the
But, like,
daily.
16,
Dude, literally
16 to like 21.
it literally defined me. I wore
Yeah.
like I had my left arm was full of those
Like,
rubber
where you were like
bracelets.
8 of those bracelets
Yeah,
from Hot
and they were
Topic.
yeah. Pierce the Veil, Sleeping with Sirens, All Time Low, Day to Remember, like and
I had all those.
Mayday Parade, and
Yep.
like rubber
Bands
bracelet.
I mean like concert or bands I didn't even like really love. I would
But,
buy
yeah, I
it because
would
I,
just
knew
buy
it
it
was
to
like,
put
oh,
on my
this
arm.
is one of them. Yeah.
Yeah, this is one of them. I am going to be one of them.
Yeah.
Dude, it was so cool. Orb Tour was so much fun.
Yeah.
Because that was like the first like festival experience.
$30.
Yeah, super cheap. First festival experience I ever went to. But I remember so the second year we went when it was all the boys.
Yes.
That was really fun.
Our band at the time.
Yeah. What was
Capeless Heroes, right?
Was that Capeless Heroes? Yeah, that was probably a
I
Capeless Heroes
think it
project.
was, yeah.
That we started and then
Never.
did anything with.
We wrote like 2 songs.
And then they took it over and made it
Audio only.
way too heavy. And
Yeah. We never like actually like finished vocals on that band either.
I remember trying to record vocals.
Yeah, no,
we did
we
a version
tried.
of Sad, and we did some other songs. And
Well, because Sad was a great
set up a-
version, but he lost it.
yeah, dude, we even had I was in a cover band at the time. The lead vocal, the singer came and helped record vocals in my DMAC apartment.
I do remember that.
That was
yeah.
crazy. I have photos from that day. I have photos of our buddy Joe and the vocal mic, like with his tongue out, like looking down.
All
we
four of
literally
us
we literally converted the shower into a sound booth.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah. Well, no, there was a photo of each of us in the sound booth. We'll definitely post a picture
Dude,
from that.
that's freaking badass.
I remember that day.
But going back to Warped Tour, it was us 5 boys, like a weekend trip. This is like one thing that kind of like depressed me when the show ended, because I think I remember asking you like how. I mean, I've asked you this earlier on the podcast,
Okay.
a couple episodes ago, but it was at Pierce the Veil,
Okay.
and I was kind of at the back, but I like love Pierce the Veil,
Right.
so I was like jumping.
Probably
And,
favorite band at the time.
yeah, I
right?
was like jumping and screaming all the lyrics, and I was in the back, so there wasn't many people doing that.
Yeah.
But I look over to my right, and there's this really cute girl doing the same thing.
Okay.
And then we make eye contact, and we're still singing, we're still looking at each other, and we like slowly make our way towards each other.
Yes.
And we're screaming the lyrics, and we get to this point where we're next to each other.
Yeah.
That's it.
Right.
And then like they got done playing. I think that was towards the end of the day. And then like I think she like we stood there for a while like singing the lyrics, and then I didn't do anything.
Right.
And then I think she just went forward into the crowd, and I was like, God damn it.
All right. So you want to know my tips of
Yeah,
kissing
how do
a
you-
girl at a concert?
Do you just do it? Because I was like, I think I journaled about it. I was so pissed off about it. I was like, that was my one opportunity, my one chance. Will you take it or will you let it slip? And I let it slip, dude. Thanks a lot, Eminem.
So my tips for kissing a girl at a concert.
Yeah, we're finally answering this question.
Yeah, I know. After however many weeks. All right. So the idea is you don't have to talk. You're both singing along to something you both know and love.
Yeah, and,
So-
and you can see the passion in both of our eyes, and that's what
Yes.
brought us together.
So
That's
there's-
the crazy part.
There's already a solid ground. Eye contact, very important. And the idea of touching is you're at a concert. So you're allowed to,
Rub.
yeah, you can bump into her. No problem. No question.
Because we were jumping.
Yeah, so you could like have like bumped into her, not like grab her or anything, but been like just started touch. You could have introduced touch, no problem,
Yeah.
and then that could have led to like an actual like, oh, I'm sorry, or just talk
But we were, so like in between songs then?
whenever. Like you could have.
Yeah, but then what do you say?
I don't know, but that at least that's an easy initial touch, and could start a conversation. So that's
And that's where you lose me.
well, yeah, but that's at least
I'm not
the
good at
start
that.
of it.
I'm not good at that.
Because also a tip that I have for anyone going to a like big concert, have a bottle of water on you at all times.
Oh, that's a good icebreaker.
I've had someone kiss me purely because I gave them water.
What?
Yeah, it was at a
What? Was it Riot Fist?
yep at Riot Fest at a Fiddlar show.
Oh, I always forget they're called Fiddlar.
Yeah,
I was going Fiddler.
FIDLAR because their band I believe stands for Fuck It Dog, Life's a Risk, or Fuck It Dude. I can't remember.
Whoa. I hope it's fuck it, dude. Fuck it, dude.
I prefer Fuck It Dog. Like you're calling someone dog.
Yeah, that's true. They're great.
No, great. They're a West rock band. I fucking love.
Dude, they have a song in the new Tony Hawk remake,
Good for them.
which is badass.
also belongs.
Yeah,
No,
it fits.
So one of my proudest moments was kissing a girl at that show.
Oh my, just
where-
because you had water.
Well, the first thing she ever said to me was, "I like your jacket." I was wearing a windbreaker with Alf on it.
Oh my god.
I bought it that day from the festival.
Oh. So you were like, I'm keeping this forever,
yeah,
baby.
no, and I still fucking have it.
Yep, I've seen it before.
No, yeah.
What a great compliment to get that the first day you buy it.
Yeah, no, because you're instantly like, all right, great fucking
You're like,
purchase.
I made the best decision of my life.
Yep. And then at one point she sees me pull out water and I drink from it and she's like, hey, can I have some? Give it to her, no question. I give it to her, she drinks it, grabs me and kisses me. That was
what?
It was, and we kissed a few times during the show. Fucking great. Never saw her again. Yeah. And because also I know another guy behind me asked for it. And I was like, yeah, go for it, dude. He kissed me, but like as a joke. It was super awesome. So instantly that's like a fun place to be. And then she just stayed next to me.
Oh my god.
So between songs we kissed, it was great. And then
you son of a bitch.
The only thing I remember about her, she had short blonde hair and a tattoo of a sun and a moon, kind of like tarot style.
Okay.
And she had a cool hat on.
So if you're listening to this, he's taken. So don't even think about it.
But like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. And guess what? You up?
Yeah, leave an email.
Yeah, leave us an email and be like, I was that girl.
All right, speaking of the idea of I was that girl. So in our first few episodes, you remember we talked about that concert we went to and I kissed a girl at that.
Yeah, you cheated on your girlfriend.
Okay, yeah. All right, so we only did it a month. It wasn't good.
Oh, we're going back to this story that you repeated so many times.
I never fucking finished it.
What do you mean to finish? It was a month relationship. What is there to finish?
I'm saying, well, the idea of why I cheated, that aspect, I never finished that. I don't.
You kind of did because you said.
All right, so we dated for a month. It wasn't good.
repeat.
And then you and I went to a concert together.
Yeah, great
I kissed
concert.
a girl at that concert.
In case you guys haven't heard the story, go back and listen to the pilot or the second episode. Can't remember which one it was, but go listen to it.
Yeah, it's like when Stan Lee pops up in a comic book and is like, reference this to issue 38, Excelsior. You probably don't know that because you don't read comics.
Yeah, what the fuck?
No, there would be a little... If a comic like mentioned something that happened that was important in a different comic, a little picture of Stan Lee would pop up and be like, you might remember this from...
Stan Lee.
Yeah. Oh, you thought I just said Stanley?
Yeah, I was like, who the fuck is Stan Lee? Is he like a superhero?
No, Stan Lee.
Okay, yeah, I get Stan Lee.
I said Excelsior.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm not a Excelsior. What does that mean? Is that like a magic?
That's it. No, that's his like catchphrase.
Oh, I see. I don't know him that well.
All right, yeah. Okay, anyways, at that concert, I kissed a girl during... And that one I kissed her because we were in the same...
You kissed a girl and you liked it.
Yeah.
Nice.
It wasn't Katy Perry show.
Taste of her cherry chips.
It was because we kept bumping into each other in a mosh pit and it was like kind of flirty friendly. And then...
Did you just grab her face?
No, I remember she hugged me at the end of the show and then like did a half pull back. So I was like, all right, this is where this is going. So I kissed her and then her friend just hugged me and then didn't pull back. So I was like, all right, that's the one.
What the heck?
I know. That was a very lucky moment. But yeah, and then I broke up over text with the next girl on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, because that was the night before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I was planning on waiting till we were like together to do it.
You do it in person?
Yeah, I was going to do that, but then she just kept really pushing the idea like, hey, we're not good, are we? And
yeah, that's kind of how my last relationship ended.
Yeah. And
it's like we know that stuff is
not right.
wrong, and I'm like kind of impatient when things aren't right.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I kind of let it breathe for a little bit, and then I just go, so what are we doing?
Yeah, you acknowledge the fact that something's
and then it's
wrong.
like, okay, well, we want to talk about this in person, but that would be like in what, a couple days, a week.
And in that instance, I would have to driven to go talk to her.
Yeah, she was 2 hours
So
away.
in the end, I'm thankful that she brought it up. I just felt bad that it was on Thanksgiving. Because I remember after we broke up, she posted a status on Facebook that said, Happy Thanksgiving, ... And then my sister liked it.
What? She's the one liking it. It's your sister. Happy Thanksgiving. I'm so thankful for
nothing. ...
Yeah.
And my sister's like,
the lack of pregnancy.
Like, yeah.
Did your sister know?
No, she didn't know we just broke up. Yeah. Which makes it
so much better. Because if your sister knew, she did it like in like to be
an
funny.
Asshole, which she's not. Yeah, I know she liked it. Just because she's like, oh, this girl's nice. Yeah.
Oh my God.
No, so we broke up, which I had planned previous. I just hadn't seen her since. So at a show, I'm not like, do I wait to break up with her and never see this person again? Or can I just like be like, this doesn't matter. It's something fun. It's a fun story. It won't affect this other person at all because we're going to break up anyways. It's like a weird situation.
Yeah, and you'll probably never see this girl again.
And like in this situation, I'm not the good guy. I'm just the one charge of the
You're
scenario.
not the good guy, but I'm rooting for you, champ.
Yeah, but anyways, God, so what? I was 20 at that point, 19.
Isn't that crazy? We used to like go to concerts and not drink at all. Because now, like,
That
I
is
go
weird.
to a concert and go straight to the bar.
That is weird.
Maybe I'm an alcoholic.
You are, but still. And also, we go to less concerts than we used to.
True, we used to go to concerts like multiple times a week.
Yeah, sometimes like twice. I bet we went like twice a week for.
Which is crazy. That's why my concert list is so huge.
Yeah,
which is cool. We have, we both document our concert scene.
I've lost it.
Oh,
so
I still do
much.
it. I still do it. Concert scene, and then I started doing a bands I've shared the stage with.
Which, how many do you think? Like 50?
Way more bands than that.
Really? Fuck.
Way more bands. I think I'm on page 3 or 4 bands I've shared the stage with.
It's like 200 at least.
Dude, I've been in a band for fucking forever.
I guess I didn't know you played with that many different bands.
Well, yeah, I have tallies by bands that I've...
Right, yeah.
So there's a couple bands we played with, 10, 15 times.
Fuck. I guess I didn't know you played that many shows.
Yeah, we used to play a lot of shows, dude.
Yeah.
And like, there's opening bands. There's
Right,
some bands
yeah.
you play with once and you never see them again.
Mm-hmm.
But it is cool to be like, oh, I remember that. I remember that. I remember
Yeah.
that. That's what's cool about making a concert list. And like, if you play a festival, that's
True.
that's 10
Yeah.
bands. We all were played on the same stage. That still counts. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because band I've seen, I'm guessing would be.
That's the Warped Tour. I put all the bands that I don't put
the ones you've seen.
I don't put the whole lineup, but I put the bands that I went and watched.
Because bands I've seen would
But
be
still, that you're crossing off 10 bands in a day.
probably like a little over 500. I would guess bands I've seen. You probably even more than that.
Probably since I'm still keeping up with it.
Yeah.
That list is cool because like the first piece of paper is like very like old and rattled,
Yeah.
and like it slowly decays, and
Yeah.
it is crazy because
I did front and back from mine.
I have front and back.
2 rows.
I want to get it. I want to put it like in a binder with like those plastic paper covers.
Yeah.
So then it can't like deteriorate.
Yeah, that'd
And
be
then
cool.
if I need to pull it out to put like a tally on the first couple bands I've seen,
Just delicately.
it is cool. Like some of the bands that I've seen early on that list.
There's
Because
some
I started
saw
the
like
list
60
because of
times.
you.
Yeah. Because
So you started because you and her dad did it.
I did that immediately. Yeah.
Which I wish I would have. I kind of went back and backlogged some ones that I did remember.
'cause
Like
my first
I saw Paul
concert-
McCartney and Rush and
Right,
Van
yeah.
Halen.
It's my first concert. I probably saw like 7 bands because it was like not a festival but a full day.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
And then you wrote it down.
Yep.
But I remember one of the coolest things is I think it's on either page 1 or page 2 was seeing Kick, which we talked about.
That's the band
Which-
I've seen probably 16 times.
Which they're so good. They were so good.
They're still going and they're still great.
Yeah, but I remember being like, damn, that's fucking cool. And then so they were on my concert list, and then I had the pleasure of playing with them.
God, and that's
A couple. It's been a couple times now, but I remember the first time I was like, dude, this is so cool. And the funny part is, it's this big monument in my head,
right.
but no one else knows and no one else cares. But
That's
in my
a
head,
milestone.
I'm like, dude, I remember seeing this band. They didn't know
For
I was.
years.
They didn't know I was in the crowd, and now I'm sharing a stage with them. So that band, it went from being a band that I saw to being on the bands I've shared a stage with.
'Cause
That's so cool.
The thing is, I showed you that band, and when you played with them, you and I weren't friends, but I knew you played with them. I was so.
How do you know?
I saw the fucking flyers. I was friends with that band, so
Oh,
they.
and then you saw Hazer on the bill, and you knew I
I
was.
was so fucking mad, and I remember my friends asking me about it.
Why were
like-
you mad? Just because jealousy?
Oh, because you and I weren't friends at that time. I was like, I showed you this. This was my favorite local band, and now you're playing with them. I was fucking.
I wasn't doing it to smite you. It was just like we were in
Did that
Minneapolis.
not feel good at all? You didn't think about that? I would know that your band is like doing that.
I mean, I was just excited to be able to have the opportunity to play with them.
Fuck you for not being smiteful. I was.
I'm not.
If I could have smited you back then, I did, and I was so proud of it.
I guess I didn't really think about it.
Real. That makes me feel even worse. That you even think about me and your smite.
I didn't do it in smite, dude. I did it.
All right, that you.
I'm not the one that scheduled the show.
Yeah, but you still accidentally smited me, and I was aware of it. I was pissed.
I was not aware of it. I just thought it was a cool experience for me in my head.
I was aware, you piece of shit.
Yeah, that's because you're freaking hold on to things too much.
My. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
We were best friends.
Now this is where the podcast takes a turn. We're gonna scream at each other.
All right, no, we were best friends for like 5 years, and then we weren't. And then you played a show with my favorite local band, and you didn't think about that at all.
I mean, I knew the band was because of you.
Go fuck yourself, you piece of shit.
Well, the funny part is that we played with them a couple times now.
Yeah, I knew of the first one. I was like, you fucking kidding me?
So that was the first time we did play with them. We played with another band, Nick and the I don't remember what they are, but they're really good too. They're from Minneapolis. Nick and the Skinny Lovers or something like that. Nick Anderson and the Skinny Lovers. I think that's what it was.
Okay.
He's really good. They're really good. But I remember that was the first time we played with that group of people. I think the Missing Letters back then is who got us connected with Kick.
That makes sense.
Because they're from Minneapolis. Yeah. Which they were really good back in the day too. I don't think they're a band anymore.
Are they not?
Well, they went through a lot of weird, like something happened with some of the band members,
It's a
and
lot
then
of,
they
like, local band
and then
shit.
they transitioned and got a bunch of new people, but they kept the same name, and it was like
Not the
it's a
same
different
band.
sound, different band. But it was so cool because we played with them, and then they were so good that we like played at Woolies one time, and we had them come down and open for us, which
Okay.
was freaking badass.
This whole conversation started with, "Oh, you were the guy," or whatever.
You were the girl.
Yeah. So like several years later after that concert,
Oh yeah, because you ran into that girl again.
we matched on Tinder.
That's crazy.
Oh shit! Wait, no, I told the story of my cat bringing the condom to my parents. That was the girl.
Whoa, dude, full circle.
Like-
is anyone else's mind's going boom?
Probably not.
Mine is.
Because I just remember, like, it had to have been 3 years later. We were talking on Tinder. We hadn't met yet. And she was like, "Wait, have you been to this show?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Did you kiss somebody at that show?" I was like, "Fuck."
So she recognized you first.
Which is crazy because
'Cause
I
you
didn't look
looked
the
way
same
different.
either. Yeah.
I mean, your size is a part of your look.
But, like, in that show, it's all just skinny boys with giant heads. That's all we are.
I mean, I definitely had a unique look,
I probably had longer hair.
but I
at that
also
point.
have a unique look just in general.
Oh, I guess I did have the shaved sides and long on top, and I probably still had that.
You
which-
still have the long on top right now. It's drooping in front of your eye,
Well, yeah, but
and you still shave your sides. You still shave your
it
back.
hasn't been forever. Right now,
But you still do it occasionally.
Well,
I mean, you're kind of doing the mullet right now.
yeah, I need to.
which is cool.
Now that's warm again.
You're into the mullet.
Yeah, but now that's warm again, I'll shave up. Just
Just put it in a ponytail. Put the mullet into a ponytail.
I
People
have.
love mullet tails.
I don't think so.
I do.
The one time I did it, someone was like, "Oh, you look like the guy from Treasure Planet," and that was the biggest compliment I've ever received.
What?
Have you
Who?
seen Treasure Planet?
No.
Oh, well then why would you know? No, the guy from
What's Treasure Planet?
a great, not underground because it's still Disney, but a lesser known Disney movie.
I think I've heard
Fucking
of it.
great. It's Treasure Island, but it's planetary travel.
Is it animation?
Yes. Yeah, it's older Disney. I saw it on my birthday when I was a child.
And it impacted your entire life?
Yes.
Treasure Planet.
I'll look up what year it came out.
I definitely have heard of it.
It's
People are going to be like, how have you never seen Treasure Planet?
It's not a huge movie. It's one of the smaller Disney movies.
Do you think I need to see it?
Yeah, it's great.
It's a Are you giving us a movie rec?
2002, Joseph Gordon-Levitt is the lead.
God damn it. Now I love Joe.
Emma Thompson, Martin Short. No, it's a great fucking movie.
Dude, I love Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah.
I did a top 5 actors back when I had a YouTube channel,
Okay.
and I think he was my number 1.
Really?
I can't remember exactly who was in my top 5 because it was like for Duck Talk or whatever.
Right, yeah.
Which is
Oh,
we'll
old channel.
dive deep into that later. But I think my top 5 was, this is not going to be in the top 5 order, but Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Jim Carrey,
Okay.
Steve Carell.
Oh.
I don't know. At that point, because I was in high school. I want to say like
It's just been the big movies you saw, so you probably put like Franco or Rogan in there.
James Franco was definitely in my list, dude.
At the time,
I
yeah.
love James Franco. 127 Hours.
You like the comedy
Pineapple
and the drama,
Express, dude. Yeah, he was so big back in the day.
I can guarantee he was in the list. Yeah.
I guarantee it. And then I'm thinking, just because I love him nowadays, I don't know if I loved him back in the day. What's his name, dude?
Give me a movie.
He's in a lot of stuff. Lars and the Real Girl, A Place Between the Pines. These are all deep cuts that he's in.
Yeah, what are these?
A Place Between the Pines is incredible. Ryan Gosling, The Notebook. I should have said The Notebook. I named all of his deep cuts before I named his. I forgot he's in The Notebook. Yeah, Ryan Gosling. I love him.
He's in so Blade Run. He's in so many.
Yeah, he's in a lot of movies, but I love like the movies like
Okay, 'cause-
Lars and the Real Girl. And
No idea.
Have you ever seen A Place Between the Pines?
Okay, so the weird thing is,
Dude,
no,
but real quick, have you ever seen that?
no, because I'm telling you, unironically, I've never seen any of his movies.
You've never seen The Notebook?
I've never seen not even.
I will say The Notebook maybe is overrated.
Well, I mean, it was also big when we were like back then. No, I've never seen any. I've looked through his IMDb list. I've never seen a single movie he's been in. Like not even like La La Land or Blade Runner. Like
La La Land's great. Dude.
non-ironically, it's just if so facto.
Dude,
I've never seen
I
any of his
love
shit.
him.
He's great. I'm sure.
Dude, A Place Between the Pines. I own it. I went through this deep dive of Ryan Gosling.
So
And
I have not seen any movie.
no, but I went through a deep dive and I was like, I want to watch the movies that he's been in. And I was dating a girl at the time we lived together, and we discovered this movie, A Place Between the Pines.
Okay.
And we're like, hey, let's watch this. I think we streamed it.
Sure.
I think we streamed it illegally.
Okay.
Bradley Cooper's in it. It's a fantastic movie. The way he looks in the movie is like so cool. He's got tattoos. He performs in the circus. He has bleach blonde hair. He's like who I wish I looked like in this movie. Are you looking him up right now?
What's the name of the movie?
A Place Between the Pines. It's a weird title.
Oh.
A Place Beyond the Pines. Did I get it wrong?
Is it Beyond?
A Place
Okay.
Beyond the
I'll look
Pines.
it up again.
I might be wrong with the title.
Annalise, look that up. Beyond.
Yeah, A Place Beyond the
Yeah,
Pines.
thank you,
Thank-
Alicia.
Alicia.
I
Yeah,
called her
thanks.
Annalise.
Thanks you, Alicia. A Place Beyond the Pines.
Ryan Gosling, Bradley Cooper.
Yeah.
That's the only
The
names.
chick in it is very recognizable. But look,
Ooh, Mahershala Ali.
go to images. You'll see his bleach blonde tattooed look. He is like,
Hand tattoos. Yeah, I see it.
yeah, dude, he's so hot in the movie.
Sure.
But this movie is
Wearing a Metallica shirt.
so good because it's 3 storylines.
Oh, okay, so it's like kind of an anthology in its own.
I remember showing, because this is one of my favorite movies. I'm shocked we never talked about this, because this movie, like we streamed this movie,
Okay.
and I instantly went on Amazon and bought it after it ended. Like, I have to own this movie
Okay.
because it was so good. I remember I was hanging out with this Tinder girl, and we were like showing each other movies, and I was like, hey, this is one of my favorite movies. I love Ryan Gosling. You're gonna love this movie. We're like watching the movie, and she's like, man, he's kind of a piece of shit. And I go, no, but like, look at his look. Like,
Yeah.
he's hot. And then she's like, but he's kind of a piece of shit, so he's not hot. And I'm like, you're ruining it for me. Because he kind of is, spoiler alert, he kind of is a piece of shit. He's a carnival worker.
Yeah, he's a motorcycle driver.
Right?
Yeah.
But his look is so cool.
It's bleach blonde. With
He is
shitty
he is a criminal, and he's a bad guy, and
Bank
I get
robber.
it. But we were like watching the movie together, and I was so excited. And I'm like, look at him, he's so awesome. She goes, he's a piece of shit, dude. Like, I don't think he's hot. And I was like, fuck.
right.
I ruined it.
What is your absolute favorite movie?
Wow. Okay, so that's definitely up there, and I always forget about A Place Beyond the Pines.
That can't be number one though.
No, but that's definitely up there.
Okay.
Because that's like a hidden gem. But like, this is tough because there's a lot of I feel like my favorite movie list is what it was when I was in high school, because I don't watch movies as much as I used to.
But like, do you not have a number one, like just OG, this is it? Because like my favorite movie is not the best movie I've ever seen.
I mean, I'll list off a couple right now.
I'm saying you don't have a number one?
No, because it all depends on like my list literally is from still when I was in high school.
No,
I haven't updated my list, and
mine's from when I was 8.
whoa,
My favorite movie of all time is Labyrinth.
great movie, dude.
Yeah, no, and like I know that movie is so shitty.
I've only seen it once.
That's insane. I've probably seen it.
Well, yeah, you saw it. I didn't see it till I was in after high school.
Really?
Yeah, because the girl I was dating at the time showed me it.
Yeah, because she was obsessed with it too.
Yeah, and I was like, this is kind of weird.
So yeah, it didn't hit you at the right time because I saw it as a kid. So as a kid, I was like, oh, puppets. And as like a young teen, I was like, ooh,
Jim
kind of
Henson.
like. Well, as like a young teen, I was like, oh, David Bowie, kind of cool music. Introduced me
very
to
cool music, and David Bowie's great in it.
introduced me to a whole new thing. And like nowadays, it's still my favorite. I watch it anytime I'm sick or super sad.
It's like a comfort film.
But like I understand like that is one of the like there's so many plot holes. Like it's also
Yeah, but it doesn't just.
no, it doesn't
Yeah, it
matter.
doesn't
because
matter.
It's David Bowie and fucking puppets.
And yeah, Jim Henson, and like,
Yeah,
it's
because also the wild thing is it's the most unlikable main character, Sarah.
see, I don't even remember what she
She
looks
is
like.
a bitchy, whiny teenager who just keeps screaming, "It's not fair!" And David
my
Bowie is
God.
like, "Well, Sarah, it doesn't have to be."
Is she
fair."
even on the cover?
Yeah, I'm sure she is.
But like the main cover is David Bowie
Oh yeah, holding those.
holding the
Spheres?
the spheres.
Because fun thing about
Those
this,
flow. Remember those the flow balls
not
Fugazi or
Is it Fugazi?
No, Fugazi's a band.
Fushigi. No,
Fushigi.
something like that. I
Yeah,
think it's
those
Fushigi,
weird
yeah.
like. Oh,
I
I'm
had
a
one.
magician. I had one too, and I
No.
thought they were so cool. And then I was like, this is actually stupid.
Yeah, but the funny thing is, David Bowie himself didn't know how to do it. So any scene he was doing it, he was wearing a vest with his arms tucked in.
It's someone else's
And
hands.
another guy
it's
was-
someone else's hands.
Another guy was bear hugging him, like
Oh
spinning
my
the ball while
God.
he was like, Oh, Sarah, it doesn't have to be fair.
It's now when I watch the movie, I'm gonna see that.
Yeah, he's getting bear hugged from behind by
Oh my
a
God.
talented magician.
They couldn't just do a different cut and have someone else do it.
No,
That's
you
freaking
had to have
nuts,
full
dude.
Scene. Because he would like spin it and then you take one and
Dude,
let
that
it
just
float
makes me
off.
think of like it's Whose Line Is It Anyway? When they used to do like the behind the scenes thing where people would slide their arms in and they would have to do like an improv scene with someone else's hands. Did you ever see that sketch?
Yeah.
Dude, that's what that makes me think of. And it's like, all right, this is the fushigi.
Yeah,
And it's
people
like,
working their arms for him.
it's so stupid. But I'm trying to think like, okay, so
You don't have like a childhood all-time favorite?
well, I have two movies that come to mind.
Okay, what are they?
And one of them has now become my sad favorite movie.
I think I know it.
That I watch when I'm sad, even though like I didn't used to watch it when I was sad. I used to just love it. And that's
Okay.
500 Days of Summer.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I love that movie. That movie's great. I used to connect to the main character a lot. I don't know why. Hopeless romantic, blah 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 blah. All
Well,
this.
the idea that's a hopeless romantic, not in a
Not in a romantic comedy.
well, in a romance, but not a this is your person. I like that. The idea like it can be great, but it's just not it.
Yeah,
It's a cool
dude,
lesson. to
it's
teach.
a really good movie because it's like
'Cause
depressing as fuck, dude.
Well, because I've been that person where I'll meet somebody and we'll talk, and I am obsessed with them. Like I'm like, oh, this is it, and they're just like, nah.
And the crazy part is like in the movie, she's like, "Yeah, I don't really believe in love. I don't want to get married," and then she fucking breaks up with him and ends up engaged.
Yeah,
Like it's
no.
like what the fuck?
But like
that like hits.
I've been in that exact scenario where I was obsessed with somebody, and like it seemed perfect, but they just were like, no, this is just one of those.
And you're like, what?
It was just one of those people that other people get obsessed with.
Yeah, and that happens because he literally did from the second he saw her.
Yeah.
And he like tried cranking his music, and yeah, it's such a good movie. So that one comes to mind, and then the next one is a way different film. It's a Franco film, Pineapple Express.
Okay, that's a great other
It's
side.
a great comedy. It's so freaking funny. I watched it so much in college, and we used to do a lot of drugs in college, so we
Right.
would watch it, and I quote it like almost all the time. Like I literally like last night when we were live streaming like for my YouTube channel,
Right.
I was like, man,
What's that YouTube channel?
Gaming Off the Grid. Check it out if you like video games or craft beer.
You don't say.
Plug here. But I remember, dude, I quoted this like last night in last night's stream. I go, it's almost a shame to smoke it. It's like killing a unicorn with like a bomb.
That's the cross joint, right?
No, he's talking about smoking the Pineapple
Okay.
Express because it's hard to get, and I love the way it's like killing a unicorn
With a
with like a bomb.
You've smoked a cross joint before.
We
though,
have.
haven't you?
We used
How
to.
was it?
It's cool.
Is it anything special actually?
No, it's just a regular joint.
image,
and you
though.
probably don't get as much as you. It's just the image. It looks cool.
Well,
They
'cause,
did
like,
it in the movie.
the idea-
and you
the-
need two people to light it.
But
That's the funny part in the movie. He's like,
can't even like
I
this
can't
on
even light this by myself. He's so
pathetic.
sad about
Yeah.
it.
Because the cross joint, is there even weed in the arms of the cross?
It's
probably-
two joints.
Is it? Oh, I didn't think it was that thick. I thought it would just be like rolled paper.
No,
on
it's
the
two
side.
joints.
Yeah.
So my roommate in college, he started off making them as like he would put tobacco in them to practice, and then he
Okay.
did make one.
Cool.
And it was so cool. There's a photo of us on Instagram.
It's probably a
it's the
great novel-
tobacco one.
It's a great novelty to
where
sell.
we went for Halloween
I knew
as
that.
Pineapple Express
Yeah.
guys,
You
and
got a
I
cross
went
joint?
because I had the long hair and I wore the headband
Yeah.
and I wore pajama pants. I just looked like a freaking stoner
Yeah, it's an
homeless
easy
guy,
costume.
and he wore like a loose suit because that's what like Seth Rogen wears in the movie, like a
a
loose
suit that gets untucked.
yeah, loose tie and like an overcoat, and that's where we went as Halloween, and it was so cool. And there's a photo of us lighting the cross joint, and I thought it was so cool.
And we'll post it on our Instagram.
Yeah, so follow us on Instagram, follow us on TikTok. You're listening to the Moist Monday podcast.
Yeah, follow us on everything. It's Moist Monday Podcast.
Yeah, make sure you send us an email at moistmondaypodcast@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you. And make sure you like and subscribe. Leave us 5 stars.
On whatever you're
Leave
listening
us
to.
comments. Please, guys. Let's freaking get the Moist Mondays. So not only did we cross the charts, we're on a different chart and we're about to cross that. So help us cross that second line. Help us.
Do you cross the chart? I thought it was topped.
Yeah, we're topping and crossing. Crossing that joint. We're crossing that joint and
Topping
crossing
that
those
chart.
I's and dotting those T's.
And
Faux
topping
show.
those charts.
Topping those charts. That's Moist Monday, baby.
Yeah, I hope you all had a great Monday, and I hope you're keeping it moist.
Cheers. That's a good sound. It's because the glass is less empty. What?
Didn't wash my hands. Peed really fast.
That's what you're booyahing?
Yep.
Nice. Germs. Booyah.
All right, ready?
Yep.